cars would be. Used in telescopes cost millions of pounds to grind. Smoothest mirror of them all.
Hello, police? I really never borrowed from the loan.
We'll take it from here. Thank you.
Sir, I swear, I really never borrowed from the loan shark before. And I tell you, they got the wrong guy.
Just tell us what you know.
Okay. I came back about 2 hours ago, and we were right here watching TV. Then suddenly, we heard paint splashing outside our house. And I went to check. That's why I straight away called 999.
So you realize it happened, and you immediately call the police.
Yes.
So you've never borrowed money from loan sharks. Can you think of any other reason you might have been targeted?
Not that I know of.
Can we get a moment?
Yeah, of course.
What? What?
Get a team to check the nearby bin centers and dumpsters. Look for discarded paint cans.
Yes, sir. I'll also get POCC to trawl the poll cam footage of the area during the period in question.
Good, thanks.
What is it?
Actually, it might be your brother.
Dad, what's it got to do with me?
Money has been quite tight for him.
This joke always spend more than what he earns. But that doesn't mean he borrowed from the loan shark.
He tried to borrow money from me a few times.
Wait, and you didn't tell me about it?
He promised.
You simply agree.
Let me check with him, okay?
Go and clean up the mess now.
Sir. The paint used is actually water-soluble.
Soluble. So either the suspect wants less evidence left behind, or they want to make the cleanup easier for the victims of their harassment. Thank you.
In the end, still need to clean up this mess.
Sir, please wait until my forensics team finish their work. We'll let you know when you can start to clean it off.
No problem. We're just standing by first.
But thanks for your assistance, Mr. Tan.
No worries.
The ground team searched all the bin centers and dumpsters in the area, but they didn't find any discarded paint cans.
Appreciate a thorough check. What else do you have for me?
POCC has sent over the relevant poll cam footage. The poll cam at the lift lobby caught this individual going up the stairs just a few minutes before paint was splashed on Eldrick Tan's door.
And after as well?
Yes, sir. He returned the same way. There weren't any other people in the area around that time.
Were we able to trace movement right after he left the HDB block?
He headed straight for the nearby multi-story car park. We believe he exited the car park in this vehicle. It's operated by a car-sharing agency.
Get in touch with them, find out who he is.
Right away, sir.
Yes, Nuru, update me.
Sharizal bin Saidun, 27 years old. The car-sharing agency says he's got an active rental.
Right now?
The vehicle is currently in the Toa Payoh area.
Did you get in touch with the Toa Payoh Crime Strike Force?
Yes, sir. They verified using footage from the car park gantry. The car-sharing vehicle rented by Shahrizal was last seen at a multi-story car park. It hasn't left yet.
His car sharing rental is still active. It's a matter of time before he's back.
It's been 2 hours already.
He'll be back.
Bravo team, check in.
Still no sign of the suspect?
Keep a lookout and report back if you see anything.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, suspect spotted.
Where's his location?
He's heading up the stairs. Stand by.
Take the lift up and flank him as we discussed.
Let's go. Shahrizal bin Saidun. I'm Senior Investigation Officer Timothy Lee, Tani Division. You're under arrest for suspected offences under the Moneylenders Act.
Will the suspect try to escape? Find out what he does next after this quick update about enhanced caning penalties for scam offenders introduced at the end of last year.
Scams remain a serious concern in Singapore, with many victims losing their hard-earned savings. Fighting scams is therefore a national priority. Since 30 December 2025, the laws against scams and scam-related offences have been further tightened. Caning has also been introduced as punishment for such offenders. Those involved as members or recruiters in syndicates perpetuating scam activities will now receive mandatory caning of between 6 to 24 strokes. Scam mills who enable or support scam activities by laundering scam proceeds, supplying SIM cards, or providing the SIM pass or bank account credentials will be liable for discretionary caning of up to 12 strokes. These strengthened penalties send a clear signal. Those who orchestrate scams, those who enable scams, and those who cheat others now face much tougher consequences, including the possibility of caning. Members of the public should stay vigilant and avoid getting involved, either directly or indirectly, with scams. And now, back to our episode.
Shahrizal bin Saidun. I'm Senior Investigation Officer Timothy Lee, Tani Division. You're under arrest for suspected offences under the Moneylenders Act. Kafid, hand me your phone.
Give me 11.
Looks like you've had a busy day. Where were you today at around 3:15 p.m.?
Outside.
Outside where?
Working.
Is anyone able to attest to your whereabouts?
I was working alone.
What do you do for work, Shahrizal? What were you doing today at 3:15 p.m.?
I can't remember.
Maybe this can refresh your memory? I'm sure there are other reported cases of similar harassment.
You want to check with other units?
Make an internal broadcast. Say that we have a suspect called Shahrizal bin Saidun in custody. And make a request for information from any IO that was investigating recent UML harassment cases, especially those with similar MO, blue paint, debtor note written in black marker.
Right away, sir.
Also, get forensics to perform analysis on Shahrizal's phone. Let's see what you can find there.
Hi. I need your help. Please let me know once done. Thank you.
Yes, Nurul, update me.
Sir, we've completed the analysis of Shahrizal's phone.
What did you find?
He was working under the instructions of someone called Devin.
This was the individual who instructed him to harass his victims.
We also found video and photo evidence of other instances of harassment performed by Shahrizal on his phone.
So in total, we are looking at quite a number of cases.
Yes, sir. First up, there are 3 cases which were previously reported after we sent out an internal broadcast.
Huh?
Daddy, 揾唔到多。
Come. Where, please?
What happened? Police?
So Charlie Ong, Daniel B. Rizwan, Elsie Wong, these 3 made reports about being victims of harassment.
And out of the 3, only Charlie Ong and Daniel bin Rizwan admitted to borrowing from loan sharks previously.
Only Elsie Wong said that.
I never borrowed money before. I think it could be my neighbor.
It's a pattern we've seen before, sir. When loan sharks want to cause further embarrassments for their victims, they target the neighbors instead.
And for this group of people, no police reports were made about being harassed.
Devin wanted regular updates from Shahrizal, so we have photos of the HDB estates associated with each of these units.
And the team is already working on identifying where they are.
Yes, sir. Actually, we've already narrowed it down to the neighborhoods.
Let's see if Shahrizal will continue to stick to his guns.
That's not all, sir. We actually received word that Shahrizal is involved in another outstanding case, uploading of an obscene image of his ex-girlfriend online.
Check with the IO about this case. Now, let's talk to Shahrizal about these harassment reports. Here are the facts. There are the 3 cases, all reported in the last week. Same type, blue paint.
Did you have anything to do with these harassment cases?
Just tell us the truth.
I can't remember. I've only done just a few.
What do you mean by a few?
Are you responsible for splashing paint on these 3 doors?
Maybe? I can't remember.
What about this case? The one we asked you about earlier? Who are you working for?
I've never met him before. I needed money, so I borrowed money. It was transferred to me in my bank account, but I wasn't able to pay back on time.
So this is the individual you call Devin.
He offered me a deal. Work for him to pay off my debt.
How many jobs did you do in total?
Just these few.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Please tell us the truth. We have evidence that you're involved in other jobs as well.
Evidence that you yourself recorded on your phone when you sent them to Devin.
Fine. I did it.
Are you aware of the harsh penalties for assisting unlicensed moneylenders?
I had no choice. He threatened me. He threatened my family. I recently got married. And I have a young child. I need to protect them.
How long did Devin say you would have to work for him in order to repay your debt?
I don't know. At first, he said it was just a few, but he kept giving me more and more and more.
Your victims also deserve to be protected against harassment.
I went to a shop that sells water-soluble paint. I wanted to make sure that it's not so difficult for them to wash it off. I always park near the top floor so that there will be less cars. Once I parked, I would transfer the paint to another container. Later, I would throw the paint can somewhere far away so that it won't be found nearby. After that, after splashing at the door and writing the note, I would take a photo or video, send it to Devin as proof.
And Devin led you to believe that by doing this, you'll be able to work off your debt. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
we've completed the analysis of the photos and videos that Shahrizal sent to Devin. We got help from the CSF teams familiar with each area.
We've managed to identify the victims involved.
Yes, sir. Based on police records, we've also confirmed that none of them made any police reports about the harassment.
Let's follow up with them in person to confirm that they were the ones harassed.
Okay, sir.
We also bring Shahrizal around and confirm these are the locations that he hit.
Okay, sir.
Here. This is the house.
No, I didn't borrow money from anyone. Nobody splashed any paint.
Ma'am, we have evidence that your unit was targeted.
Actually, I didn't bother reporting because I assumed he got to do with the previous fellow who lived here.
Still, making a report can help the police with tracking down the suspects who are responsible.
I didn't report it because I've heard of horror stories that people kena even worse once they call the police.
You don't have to be afraid. The police are here to help. Just call 999.
I shouldn't have borrowed money from unlicensed moneylenders in the first place.
Once you owe them, they can force you to commit serious offences. Consider yourself lucky. Thanks to your quick reporting, a suspect has been arrested.
At least it can help to prevent others from going through the same as me. And I already scolded my brother. I told him to wake up and stop borrowing money.
Borrowing from unlicensed moneylenders doesn't clear your debt. It can even add more charges.
In the case you have just seen, a debtor assisted unlicensed moneylenders by conducting harassment activities against others at their residences. Such tactics and threats are often used to enforce repayment. Thanks to the swift and decisive actions of officers from Tunneling Division, the offender was quickly brought to justice. The police take a serious view of those involved in unlicensed moneylending and harassment activities. Stay away from unlicensed moneylenders and do not work with or assist them in any way. Any involvement with unlicensed moneylenders can lead to serious penalties like imprisonment, caning, and a fine. Protect yourself and your community by staying clear of unlicensed money lending activities.
In December 2025, the Singapore Police Force conducted enforcement operations across various locations to clamp down on criminal activities. These operations were conducted with the support of law enforcement agencies such as the CNB, ICA, SCDF, and HSA. At the Whampoa area, officers targeted illegal gambling activities, arresting a number of individuals for suspected offences under the Gambling Control Act. In the Orchard area, officers conducted enforcement operations at public entertainment outlets. A number of suspects were arrested for offences under the Women's Charter Act and for potential employment offences. It's 12 midnight now. Behind me, officers from the Ang Mo Kio Police Division and the Health Sciences Authority have just conducted an enforcement operation targeting public entertainment outlets along Upper Paya Lebar Road.
The police worked closely with the Health Sciences Authority in an enforcement operation targeting public entertainment outlets along Upper Paya Lebar Road. Officers conducted checks on more than 40 persons to detect and suppress illegal activities. A 43-year-old man was found to be in possession of an e-vaporizer, and the offence will be referred to the HSA. Illegal activities at entertainment venues will not be tolerated.
Such joint enforcement operations send a clear signal to criminals that illegal activities will not be tolerated, and the police will not hesitate to take firm action against offenders. So now you know, let's work together to help safeguard every day.
We have come to the end of the premiere episode of Crimewatch for 2026. This year marks the 40th anniversary of Crimewatch. Since Crimewatch debuted in 1986,
Hello, police.
it has shared key crime prevention messages with generations of viewers and shown how we can work together to help safeguard every day. I'm Superintendent of Police Tae Yuan Qi. Until next time, let's all do our part to prevent, deter, and detect crime.